regular session now, and the next item on the list is the personnel report.
Move for the approval.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Is there any opposition? Ayes have it, motion carries. We'll now move on to old and new business. Ward?
Okay, under old business, the intercom system, they were all prepared to come in here yesterday and today to finish the assembly, and they ran into some technical glitches with the computer system, which they're fixing those bugs, so I'm hoping within the next week or so that is completed, because it just seems to be dragging on a little bit, but we are seeing the light at the end of the tunnel anyway. Second thing I have under old business, last month I spoke about the M16 rifles that we have here, and that the state is requiring us to pay $500 per year fee to keep those, which we had pretty much agreed to send them back. Frank did go out and get some prices for me for an AR-15 rifle, which would be comparable to the M16s, and we found one at AF Boyer for $539.90, which I would have money in my training budget and stuff like that in order to purchase that if the board would give that approval. I mean, you got several numbers. There was another one that AF Boyer would have been $20 more at $559.90. There was a company in Tenex Sports Shop was way off at $730, and then also Atlantic Tactical was up to $975. So I would make the recommendation to go with the Smith & Wesson Sport 2 with soft case and sights at $539.90.
Do we need a motion to move on that?
I'll make the motion.
Rocky, do we have a second?
Second.
Okay. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposition? Motion carries.
That was all under old business. Under new business, we have our fire alarm maintenance agreement. I got everything down. Is there anything else, Dan, that
No, we're okay
we're
with that.
okay with that? So, Johnson Controls had sent us a proposal for another 3-year contract at $7,382 per year. And everything's been checked out by Dan, so I'd be looking for a motion for that to be approved as well. This is the annual inspection of the fire alarm system, and as well, it will take care of any labor for any issues, over and above that as well. So it's actually about $2,000 more than what our last contracts were with them. They were $5,000, but the gentleman that sent me the agreement, Bronson Berger, had also emailed me and said that this is a kind of a step up in their contracts, and this takes care of all labor for anything that would happen here at the facility. So you're spending maybe $2,000 now in order to have a little better contract, but in the end, I think you're going to save a lot more money with labor. As we always have issues here. We just had Johnson Controls here yesterday, as well, looking at some of the fire sprinkler heads and stuff. Not sprinkler heads, but smoke detectors were damaged because of the one water leak we had between Medium and Max. So in that case, we would have to pay the labor for that stuff, just the parts and stuff like that. So I think it kind of looks like it would be a little better deal than paying for labor every time they have to come to fix something.
Okay, we need a motion. We have a motion from the floor.
Make a motion to approve the contract.
I'll second.
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposition? Ayes have it, motion carries.
Okay, and then the final thing I have is our volunteer policy. Over the last several months to a year, Deputy Warden has been trying to get things under control a little more with our volunteers, and, you know, we have a policy now that I'd like the board to approve that will address having individuals get background checks on an annual basis, you know, that come in here and volunteer, you know, and it would also, you know, outline, what type of charges, if anybody does have any type of charges or anything like that in the past or in the future, we'll also, you know, take care of that as far as whether or not they would be eligible to come in here. You know, and it may, in some cases, you know, some individuals that are currently here, you know, may no longer, you know, qualify to come back into the facility.
Okay, and I know the board has previously been able to review the policy, and at this time, we'll be looking for a motion to adopt that policy.
Move to adopt the volunteer policy.
Second?
All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Is there any opposition? Motion carries. Any other new business, Warden?
That was all I had.
Okay, we'll move on to correspondence. Is there any correspondence to discuss?
Nothing.
Solicitor's report?
Nothing additional.
Okay, is there any further business before the board today?
Yeah, one thing. Warden, we're participating in what's called the Complete Count Committee.